If you're anything like me, then you spend a lot of time talking about the games that you play on the tabletop with other people in hopes that they'll play those games with you. And every now and then something cool will happen that makes it a little easier or makes people ask you instead of the other way around. And one of those things is coming up with the release of the new Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves movie coming out this weekend. A lot of people are talking about D&D. And so, here at Pulsegate Games, I decided why not talk a little bit about D&D and specifically what is D&D? So what is D&D? D&D or Dungeons and Dragons is a tabletop role-playing game. And what that means is that you spend your time playing as a specific character, and who that character is 100% up to you. What that character believes or thinks is 100% up to you. You get to determine that. And when people hear role playing, they oftentimes think, oh, I'm going to have to pretend, I'm going to have to talk different, I'm going to have to, go out of my way to role play something. And for a lot of people, that can put them off playing. I want to be the one to tell you, and this might be controversial to some people, that D&D can be fun regardless of how much role playing you want to do. If you don't want to do any, it doesn't matter. You can still have fun playing the game. If you want to do a lot, sure, you might be able to get into the story a little more. You might be able to, you know, role play better when other people are role playing as well. But it's not something that's required. It's not something that you have to do. D&D can be fun for anyone, regardless of how much they know, regardless of, even what they know about fantasy and things like that. Basically, what it comes down to is your DM. A DM or a dungeon master, sometimes people call them GMs for game masters, are people that tell the story. Tell the story that your character is a part of. They set the scene, they set the location, they set the stakes, and then you decide what to do. You can sabotage the party, you can turn on your friends, you can save the city, or you can let it fall. You can do whatever you want to do. And a good DM will keep the story going regardless of what happens. Now, don't take that as a license to screw up the fun for everyone else, but it allows you to do what you want in a world that is make-believe. And all you need to play is some dice and something to write down with. You create your character. Oftentimes people will print out character sheets, and you go through the process of filling out the character sheet and decide what your character is going to be. Is it going to be a rogue? Is it going to be a warrior? Is it going to be a wizard? It's up to you. Whatever you want it to be. Do you want to be a farmer? Go for it. A good DM will find a way to make it work. Does the setting have to be in fantasy? No, it doesn't. It can be in the future. It could be in our world right now. It can be anything. And when it comes down to it, that's what D&D is. It is playing make-believe like you used to do as a little kid, but doing it as an adult with other adults and having a blast the entire time you do it. D&D has been around for years, and it keeps growing. It keeps becoming better because the people who play it keep creating more. The community behind it is huge and ever growing. And because of that, there's hundreds of new monsters to fight. There's hundreds of new traps to see if you can get your way out of. There are puzzles. There are dangerous situations that you have to find your way in or out of. But anyone can do it, regardless of age, regardless of experience. And all you need is a couple of good friends to try and someone to come up with a story. Now, is the first time you play with your friends going to be great? No, it's going to be a learning adventure. You'll probably all die in the forest fighting off raccoons. But you'll learn and you'll come back, and it'll grow, and it'll become better with each passing time that you play. Do you have to play for 8 hours in a day? No, you can play hour here, hour there. You can play once a month if that's all your schedule will allow, for a few hours. And sometimes your adventures will last for years. D&D is the perfect representation of you getting out of something what you put into it. So give it a try.
Do it now.
Don't just watch the D&D movie that comes out this weekend. Get some friends together, try it out for yourselves. I promise you won't regret it. Here at Pulsegate Games, that's what we're all about. Having fun at the tabletop with the people you want to have fun with. Like, subscribe, we'll help you along the way. We'll help you with creating things to make D&D come alive. We'll help you with 3D printing for costumes, for whatever you want to do. Join us in this journey. And just remember, don't spend so much time creating your world that you forget to spend some time in it.